Hi there. My name is Jason Perkins, and I want to welcome you to another episode of my Georgia Workers' Compensation video series. I'm an attorney who specializes in handling Georgia workers' compensation cases. I created this series of videos because I want to provide people who've been hurt at work with helpful information about Georgia's workers' compensation law and the benefits they should receive under it. Today, I want to talk to you about how you can tell your employer that you were injured at work. First, it's important to understand why you need to tell your employer that you were injured at work. There's at least two very important reasons that you need to do this. The first is if you want to receive treatment or benefits under workers' compensation, you're not going to be able to do that unless your employer knows that you got hurt at work. If you don't tell them, then they're not going to be able to authorize you to see a doctor or send you workers' compensation checks if you're out of work as a result of your injury. And the second reason you need to notify them is that the law actually requires you to give notice to them of your injury. If you don't give notice to them in a certain amount of time, they may be able to deny your claim and win even if you got hurt on the job. Now that we know why it's important to tell your employer that you got hurt on the job, let's talk about how you go about doing that. Under Georgia's law, you're required to give your employer notice of your injury. That means telling someone who's in a supervisory position over you about your injury. Now, you should do this as soon as possible, but the law does give you up to 30 days to do it. The reason why it's better to do it as soon as possible is because sometimes employers will contest that you really have an injury at work if you wait a while after that injury to tell them. So tell them as soon as possible. Again, you need to speak to somebody in a supervisory position over you. That could be your boss or someone who's just a supervisor or a lead for you. So someone who you report to, let them know about your injury. Now, there's no particular way that's required to give them notice, but the best thing is to tell them that you were injured on the job. You can tell them what you were doing. Again, you may be able to win your case even if you're not that specific, but why take a chance at that? As far as the type of notice that you're required to give them, you're not required to give written notice. You could just do it verbally, but generally it is a good idea to have some written notice or at least some confirmation of what you told them. The reason why this is important is because I've seen a number of situations where someone told their employer that they got hurt on the job, but later their employer claims that they didn't know that or that they weren't told that. Having documentation like an email or a text that you gave that notice can help if that situation comes up later because you've got some documentation to prove that you actually gave that notice. So it doesn't become a he said, she said situation as far as who's telling the truth about whether you told them or not. I hope you found this information about how you can notify your employer that you were injured at work helpful. If you have, please let me know that. Best way you can do that is by liking this video or giving it a thumbs up. If you have more questions about workers' compensation, I'd encourage you to reach out and get answers to those questions. The best way to do that is to set up a free consultation about your case. There's two easy ways that you can schedule a free consultation with me. The first is by calling the phone number at the bottom of the screen, and the other is by reaching out to us through our website, which is www.perkinslawtalk.com. You can click on and submit the free consultation request form there, and a member of our workers' compensation team will reach out to you and get a consultation scheduled. I'd like to thank you again for watching this video today. I wish you the best of luck as you recover from your injuries.